Good afternoon. Wow. Good afternoon. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. For Intragovernmental Coordination, we are here because we have a measure we're going to take up. A bill was recommitted from rules to intergovernmental, and I appreciate all of you being here on a Thursday afternoon at 3:30 plus. Pro Tem Jones, whenever you are ready, you may present what the changes are to this bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, committee. I'm working from LC 473657S. Is that right? And so I asked that the bill be recommitted to committee after listening to specifically Fulton County Development Authority Chairman Kwanzaa Hall. He had some very reasonable recommendations for some changes, but also some of the advocates that he had hired to help in this regard, and I really appreciate their input.
Madam Pro Tem, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the LC number we're working on is LC 473657S.
I'm sorry, which one?
That's what she said. Oh, okay.
Is that
Okay, I apologize.
Okay.
We were just, I apologize.
I might have said the wrong one.
No,
but,
you're good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And so the main changes on line 15, I instead of saying undertake any projects or grant, it says in connection with a property tax incentive project. It leaves the opportunity for the development authority to undertake, other projects in North Fulton that might not include a tax incentive abatement. The next main change is on line 22. In the previous version, it mentioned the effective date of the code section, which was upon approval of the governor. Now, the effective date would be January 1, 2026, to give more time for a transition. And then what I didn't add that Mr. Hall recommended, and I didn't add it not because I didn't want to, but in talking with Ledge Counsel, he asked that I specifically mention that a future city council could rescind their decision to opt out. Ledge Counsel felt relatively strongly that is current law and didn't want to go down the path on a very specific issue of starting to write that into code every time we change something municipal law. That is current law and long-standing practice that no current city council can make decisions for a future city council. So they absolutely have that right to rescind a decision to opt out. And those are the changes to the bill.
All right. Thank you so much, Madam Pro Tem. Are there any questions by our committee members regarding the changes that were mentioned?
At the appropriate time, I'll move to do
Representative Dawson.
Oh, Representative Dawson. All right. Thank you. Hold on to that one.
And I'll second that when it comes. I just wanted to say thanks for making those changes. Thanks for everyone's effort, and that I like this. I think it's good. I think it settles everything that we need. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Representative Dawson. All right. Are there any further questions? Right. Is that Representative Miles? No, I'm sorry. All right, got technical difficulties up here. All right, so we had a motion?
Second.
And a second?
Yes.
All right, motion and a second. Any discussion? Well, I'm sorry, we did have a public speaker. We did have a public speaker. All right, we're jumping the gun. All right, hold on to your motions, folks. All right, Dr. Clementic?
Yeah.
If you don't mind coming over here beside Representative Dawson and state, of course, your name and then what your role is.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy cold Thursday. My name is Dr. Eloisa Clementich, and I'm the president and CEO at Invest Atlanta, which is the economic development arm for the city of Atlanta.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I first off just want to say thank you to the committee for exploring this idea. I think it's important that every city have the opportunity to have a say at the table, and I believe that we all agree that local control is important. And I would just consider is if we could open this out and treat the entire county the same way, instead of just the northern cities, why can't it be the entire county? I think that would be a good opportunity. And then every city would have an opportunity to make input as to what is the best thing for their communities and for who they represent. That's my only request.
Thank you so much for coming and being with us today. Does anyone have any questions?
Madam Speaker, if I may just respond that I did not want to specifically affect other areas that I wasn't, a part of or had influence over or represented, but I certainly would not object to that in the future.
Thank you. Appreciate the consideration.
All right. Representative Dawson?
Yeah, and I'd like to say the same thing. Some of my cities have expressed exactly what you're expressing, so we'll look into, I'd be interested in perhaps sponsoring something along the lines of what you're proposing if all parties are satisfied with that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. And thank you for being here today. We certainly appreciate your comments.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. We had a motion and a second, and we're at the discussion point. Any discussion regarding this measure? All right. Let's take a vote. All in favor of passing the substitute to the substitute of SB 151 LC 473657S, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you so much. Measure passes. Thank you all for being here and for your time today and your consideration.